welcome back to the show today. Myself, Lyndon Peterson, Beyond the Stage, with real life, real stories, real people. Once again, like I always say, if you haven't been tracking with us and you want to find out a little bit more about what Beyond the Stage is all about, you can check out our previous episodes. This episode is number 14 of the podcast that we've been doing here on Beyond the Stage. As you know, I've lived my life on stage for many, many years. As I've said before, I'm 48 years old. I almost downgraded myself, but I'm 48 years old, lived a lot of my life on stage, over 30 years, even more. Had the privilege of growing up on stage, and when I've often engaged with people and heard their stories, I was like, hey, we all have a story, but these are the stories that need to be told. Really, where life matters is really beyond the stage, the things that happen beyond our best foot forward, the things that happen beyond our best Instagram reel that we're always putting out. And really, that's where the time meets the road. And I believe we need to have more of those conversations, not to prove who's right or wrong, but to engage with people, to inspire ourselves, to learn from each other, to educate each other. How can we live a balanced life off stage as well as on stage? I believe we want to knock it out the park on stage, but live a life that's congruent beyond our on-stage performance. So welcome back to the pod. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Please leave a comment, right? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the show. Also, if you have any suggestions of show ideas that you'd like me to cover in the future, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And then if these inspire you, please pass it on. Pass it on to someone that you believe would be inspired and motivated and encouraged on their journey. Hey, we need each other. Let's keep inspiring each other, motivating each other in these so interesting days. Today's guest, folks, I'm so looking forward to this. What an interesting gentleman. My guest today, somebody who truly embodies creativity with a purpose, Hungani Ndlovu, is with me today. Welcome, sir. I'm going to just say welcome. What's up?
Thank you.
What's good? Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, what a pleasure, man.
Yeah,
what
nice.
a pleasure. So obviously, as is tradition on the show, I give my viewers who may not know you now, a lot of people do know you, just give them a bit of a background to who you are. So
Let's
Hungani,
see what you say.
Let's see what we got. Yeah, have I got it all together right here? He's an award-winning South African actor, dancer, director, and entrepreneur. And you do some DJing up in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Mm-hmm. Known for his unforgettable role in Romeo on Scandal.
Yeah.
Medupe.
Medupe.
Yeah. My apologies. Please forgive me. And now Tbose, right? On Skeem Saam.
Yeah.
Look at you. Okay. Originally from Mpumalanga, Hungani's passion for the arts took him all the way to the United States. Very, very interesting. I didn't know that when I was researching. I thought you were just totally all up in here.
Oh, hectic.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Go.
But that's pretty cool. You trained in dancing and acting at the New York Film Academy and Flea Academy in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Is that right?
So it's Fly Academy.
Fly Academy.
But yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay, cool. Well, he's the founder of Sands Group and the co-founder of the Ndlovu Foundation, which we want to chat a little bit more about that later on. Both focus on mentoring and empowering young creatives. Love that. Beyond the stage and screen, Hungani is a voice of authenticity, discipline, and faith, using his gifts to inspire others to walk boldly within their purpose. That's a mouthful.
That was nice.
That is a mouthful. Was that good enough? Was that okay?
That was nice. More factual.
More factual.
Yeah.
So we met last year, and my daughter's dancing with you, and what you guys are currently doing.
Yeah.
With musical chairs. And we met throughout. I came to the show, great show. I was like, wow, South Africans know how to do it, man.
Thank you.
South Africans know how to do it. You guys have got some really good things happening there. Then my daughter started studying, and I said to her, no, you're not doing anything, because she's so gifted and talented, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, we really need to focus. Last year, she took a break, a gap year, went overseas, did the whole thing. So I was quite adamant. But you guys came and asked.
So nicely.
So nicely. And I kind of had the dad hat on. But our engagements ended up being a 3-hour conversation.
Yeah.
Obviously, CJ's in the show, the second round of musical chairs, backed by public demand.
Yeah.
And I was just so intrigued by our conversation. I was challenged. I'm probably a bit of a different generation to you. I see things differently. You guys see things differently. But I was so motivated and inspired by your journey, by your outlook on things, by your history, by your background. And so that's hence why we're here today. So thank you for coming through.
Of course.
And I want to chat a little bit more about your journey.
Where do we start? Where do you want to start?
My goodness. Well, let's check it out. Let's check it out over here. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about your upbringing.
Okay.
We know you from screen and what you do, and multi-talented, as I've already said. But your upbringing, siblings, we've already acknowledged where you've grown up. But tell us a little bit more about you, Hungani.
So I'm originally from Mpumalanga, Nelspruit.
That's right.
Both sides of my family, parents,
Okay.
that being my dad, my mom, Mpumalanga.
Okay.
We've got Acornhoek and we've got Hazelview. So
Okay.
usually I just say I'm from Bushbuckridge because it's like in between the two.
I got you.
And I come from a very Christian household, family.
Yep.
Generations of
Yes.
Christians.
Yes.
Your
dad is a pastor.
Yeah,
what?
my dad's a pastor. My grandfathers are bishops.
Okay.
And my one grandfather, he's now late. He has a church,
Okay.
or had a church, but the church still exists and
Okay.
being run now by my aunt.
Okay.
With hundreds of branches.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
denomination, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I'm not very finicky on denominations. It's
Okay.
called Nazarene Revival Church.
I got you. Okay.
And it's very...
Traditional?
yes.
Okay.
That's a nice word.
Okay.
I was trying to be politically correct.
Okay.
So it's very traditional, and so there's a whole life that happens there.
Okay.
But most of my childhood I actually grew up in Polokwane, which is in Limpopo.
Okay.
And that's where I did like my primary schooling and stuff, and
Okay.
then eventually moved to Johannesburg for high school.
Okay.
Did boarding school. After boarding
really?
school,
Okay.
went to the States to go and study, and then came back home. That's essentially it.
Okay.
I've got an older sister. She's 8
Okay.
years older than me.
Okay.
We've only ever fought once, and it wasn't even a fight. It was more like an argument.
So you're the youngest?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm the youngest.
Okay, all right, okay.
And yeah, I genuinely, I was speaking to a friend of mine literally last night, and I was like,
Okay.
I actually am so blessed to have had the kind of life that I've had. It's not
Okay.
to say there hasn't been issues,
I got
or
you.
challenges,
I got
and
you.
whatever.
Got you.
But when I look back, there's just so many areas where I'm like, yo, like, this is privilege.
Yeah.
This is favor. Like,
Got you.
and being able to identify it was because he asked me, he was like, so how do you, it's like, how do you see God in your life? Like what kind of tangible way have you been able to identify God in your life? And I think he was expecting I would talk about like monetary value stuff,
Okay.
or like very materialistic stuff.
Yes.
Or my status in society. And like I gravitated towards the fact that at the age of 10, I lived in a house that my father built for our family. That's like a flex. Do you get what I mean? Like,
got you.
There's not
Got you.
everyone who can say my father built the house we live in.
I got you.
You know,
I got
like,
you.
That's a big deal.
I got you, yes.
So like it was things like that, and then eventually I was just like, yo, man, like I really grew up nice.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
had a very, very supportive family, still very supportive.
Okay.
Whatever I wanted to dabble in or try and explore,
Okay.
there was always room for it with reason.
Okay.
And for the most part, it's what led me to being in the space that I'm in now.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
I did the sports thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You did everything?
At some point, I thought I was going to be playing for Kaizer Chiefs. It was going, and then that didn't go too
bro.
well. Then I did the tennis thing, and it was private tutors. It was this, it was that, it was competitions.
Wow, bro.
So it's been a journey up until I found dance and acting.
Yes.
And
How did that come about? How did you land there? How did you go, okay, this is something I want to make?
So
a
dance
life?
was always there, but I never felt like it was something I could take serious because it was a thing that I just did.
Okay.
Like I never had to go and
Yeah.
learn.
It was
Music
natural.
would be playing at a family birthday, something, and I would just be doing it.
Natural, yeah.
And then naturally, we all have the kid in the family. When there's a circle, we want them to come and do a little something, and I was that guy.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
there was a time when Facebook was becoming popular. Like people were doing specific like photo shoots for their profile picture with like a guitar or like a bar stool. Like it was a thing with like a with a color background.
Okay.
So I was like, I want that. And then
you remember
I begged my parents to help me get this photo shoot done for my Facebook page. And it
so
took
you went
some
all the
time.
way there.
It
You
took
went all
some
the way.
time.
Okay,
Yeah, because they had to pay for it. I don't have the money for this.
Got you.
It took some time, but eventually the nagging kind of gave in, and then they're like, "Cool, let's check out what's the cheapest option." And we selected the cheapest option.
Wow.
But I was with my mom, and we got lost going to the studio.
Okay.
And that's where I met a guy called Shelton Forbes, who at the time was working at a different studio, which is where we went, which was the wrong studio.
Okay.
And I get there, I'm like, hey man, I'm here for a photo shoot, wada. And he's like, nah, that's not here. People keep thinking it's here. It's the studio that's downstairs. Like, okay, cool. So what do you guys do? And he's like, oh no, we do dance workshops, acting workshops, blah, blah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't really pay like much mind to it. And then he was like, but when you're done with your photo shoot, come back and I can tell you more. And then as I'm walking with my mom to the studio, something in me was just like can we go back to him when we're done, just to hear what he says? And then we went back, and I found out that he's been dancing at the Coca-Cola Dome and performing with big artists and all of this stuff. And it's like, oh, I dance already. Like I can fit in immediately.
Got you.
So we then started chatting, got my dad involved. Like, can I attend some of these classes? And then I thought acting was about facial expressions.
Okay.
And I wanted to improve my dance by adding emotions in my face. So I was like, if I take a couple of acting workshops, I'll know how to manipulate my face. So if I'm doing something, then it can become a sad something, or it can become a happy something.
Wow, bro.
Little did I know that it was more than just facial expressions. And I fell in love with the art of acting.
Wow.
And that was 2011, and that just...
Love it.
It was like a straight...
Love it. But they feed into each other, don't they?
100%.
The dance.
100%.
It feeds into each other, and it's actually a great combination, right? The music, the culture, it feeds into each other.
Understanding your body.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's amazing.
Absolutely. So when you say the art of acting, explain that a little bit.
There's a craft to acting, and one may easily say, yeah, but if you got it, you got it. It's like, yes, there's that aspect to it, but there's also technique, understanding how to access emotions, whether it's through sense memory from your own personal life experience to emotional recall, or to even just your imagination and the magic what if, and playing that out to a point where it feels real based on your given circumstances. There's a genuine craft to this.
There's a science to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
did you study, by the way?
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
And right now I'm actually learning about a technique called alba emoting, which is very scientifically based on how to evoke emotion through breath. And that is just a whole other world on its own, which doesn't need you to work on your imagination or sense memory or emotional recall or any of that.
It's incredible.
So yeah, I think when you look at the craft of it, it's being able to step into a character and being able to step out instead of portraying a role as though it's you every single time, because there's things like your posture that can change, whether your hips are turned inwards or outwards, how you walk, how you talk, the inflections in your voice, the rhythm, how you breathe. All of these things are things that you create for a character.
Yeah.
So when people are like, "Yeah, what's character building?" It's an entire world on its own. You know, before being so popular, I used to go to like a mall and sit at like the food court or like a bench and just like watch people.
Are you for real?
Yeah, because that's like how you get to see how we're so different.
Absolutely.
Like
I love that.
you'd be walking with your wife and just how you walk is different.
Yeah.
How you stand is different.
Yeah.
Where you put your weight is different. You know, like all of these things.
I got you.
And
I got you.
You jot down stuff, and the day you're building a character, you're taking stuff from, oh, that lady that was at Mr. Price who was wearing a pink shirt. You immediately remember. And then you work that into the character. Like, oh, wait, the petrol attendant at that garage.
Yeah.
You work it
but
in.
That's a gift. That's a gift, though, to see through things. That's a gift, though, because you can study this, right? But some things are caught, some things are taught.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a gift, I think, though.
I think there's room for it being a gift, but there's also room for you being able to learn it.
Okay.
Because
obviously you got to grow it and mature it and all the rest of it.
And it's the nurturing process 100%. That then becomes important.
I got you.
Even if it's a gift.
I got you, mate.
If
I got
just,
you. I got you.
Know?
I got you. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So, what's it like living life in the public domain? What's it like living life?
How much time do you have?
You know, when you were at my place and just some of our conversations, I was like, wow, you know, first of all, both you and Genesis, I think, and the team and what you guys are doing, you know, you guys seem to be very grounded, very detailed, very specific, very prioritized, very focused. And I was impressed by that. I was like, here's a bunch of young guys who are extremely gifted at what they do, but they have a vision.
Yeah.
They have a focus, you know. I'm deviating slightly, but that really impressed me. But coming back to my question, what is that like? And these are some of the conversations that we had. Just like, first of all, what was really cool was I didn't know who.
Yeah, you know? And I'm glad you didn't.
Which is pretty cool because we have perceptions, right? And so I was kind of on the band, then just go and. My daughter told me, I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. And when you danced at the musical chairs, I heard some cheers and stuff when you were dancing. I was like, oh, he's probably well known or whatever the case is, you know. So, and I think conversations like these are cool because it's not about, hey, I know you as, but it's like, hey, I get what you're trying to do, and I'd like to talk to you. You know what I'm saying, and engage with you on some of these issues. You know, obviously, God and who I am and what I'm about is very important to me, and that I know is your background, which I think is very interesting too, though. I want to ask you something about that later on. But what's it like living in the public eye? I know that you have people who have expectations, who see you in a certain way, and I mean, I don't know how you guys handle it, to be honest with you. You're in your 30s, right? Yeah. I'm obviously a lot older. I've never had that kind of life, you know. How do you guys handle that?
I think.
Are you handling it?
I think, and I'll speak for myself because I think people handle things differently.
I got you.
You know, some may handle it in a way that is detrimental to self, and some may not.
Got you.
For me personally, I realize that what I do is not as big of a deal as people make it seem.
Okay.
I'm a creative, I'm an entertainer, I am on screen, whether it's a small screen like your phone or a slightly bigger screen like a TV or a big screen like a cinema. Cool. Or I'm on a stage, whether it's a small stage, big stage.
Got you.
I'm here to pass time, to make you forget a little bit about your issues, to make you relax, to make you laugh, to make you think about a few other things, maybe some thought-provoking stuff that might make you question a few things in your life or some decisions or whatever the case is. But there are people like neurosurgeons
wow,
who will operate on 4 patients today and save 4 patients today from some scientific something
got you, man.
issue.
Got you.
That, to me, those are the people who should be famous. So,
Got you.
like, it's not to devalue or make something seem like it's bigger or whatever, but
Yeah.
the honest truth is we can do without a actor. Can we really do without a neurosurgeon? My opinion
That's so interesting.
is I don't really think so.
Okay.
Unless we are obviously now wanting to figure out, okay, what's the purpose of life, blah, blah, blah. Then it becomes a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
So I don't take myself too serious in the sense of
Okay.
what I do and what it is that I offer.
Okay.
Yes, I see the value, I recognize all of that. So that helps me to firstly stay grounded.
Okay.
Another thing is my family.
Okay.
And by family, I mean my parents and my sister and like immediate family.
Yeah. You're not famous around them.
I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm an uncle who is hardly ever home because he's always working. Why are you always working, Uncle Holmes? That's me. And understanding and experiencing that continues to help with staying grounded. It would have been completely different if at home now my father doesn't ask me to take his shoes off because, oh, I'm so and so in society. No, I still take my dad's shoes off.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So that for me is like, cool. You still see me as your son because I am your son. And I'm glad you still see me as your son.
It's great.
Because it also means that when I'm having a difficult time with, oh my gosh, I just wanted to go buy bread and I was bombarded by 10 people.
Yeah.
I can call you and say, I'm feeling overwhelmed because like my life will never be normal or whatever the case might be. Also with like the plight of social media and stuff, we've gone away from people being so far away from us to now being accessible.
Yeah.
And obviously it also then goes to you as a person, how you utilize that space.
Got you.
But it's a challenge.
Okay.
But I think for me, definitely not making a big deal out of what it is that I do.
Okay.
And my family is so key.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is stunning. That is stunning. So you're able to find the balance. You're able to get the balance, or is it you live in that tension on a continual basis? What's that like for you?
Yeah, I don't think balance exists in this space.
Okay.
I think it's a give and take kind of thing in the sense that some days we're on the more good side and some days we're not. You know, like on my way here, for example. Someone wanted to quickly take a picture with me. And I was like, I'm 7 minutes late for something. We're not doing that. And he's like, no, please, really, really. And I was like, yeah, me too. Please, really, really. I'm going somewhere. But in a different mindset, that moment fuels ego. That moment fuels, so I am going to make time for it because it's what makes me feel validated. It's what makes me feel good enough. I personally, I don't need that. I know where my value lies, but doesn't mean I'm gonna say no to every single picture. But if I'm in a space and I have the time, and then we'll do it. But the very same way you want to do it quickly, I also need to get somewhere quickly. Yeah. You know, and that's just how it is.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, I think it's like a...
Yeah, okay. So there's no balance.
Yeah,
there's nothing like that.
I genuinely, I don't think balance exists.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That is very, very interesting. So where do you place your value? Is that a loaded question?
Yeah. I would say one of the areas where I place my value is in my faith. Because even just trying to understand the fact that I'm in entertainment is shocking. I grew up so shy. Till today, there's family members who are like, dude, like, do you realize that the Hungani that we all know versus the Hungani that we know today, like, are worlds apart?
Are you an introvert?
I I would say for the most part.
Okay, so interesting.
So I
So
grew up
interesting.
not really
Sorry, I
knowing
interrupted
how to.
you.
No, you get. I grew up not really knowing how to articulate myself. So I
Okay.
always kept my thoughts to myself.
Okay.
I was like the first time I had to do a dance freestyle in front of people, I just started crying because like everyone's waiting for me. There's too much pressure.
Too much pressure.
You know, so being
I
here
got you,
is
I got you.
like it's only God.
I got
So,
you, man. I got you.
Yes, I can do X in order to lead me to Y, in order to lead me to Z.
Yeah.
But if that's not God's plan, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And early on in my life, my dad said something that still rings true to me till today, which is do your best and God will do the rest.
Okay.
And so placing my value in my faith is because I know that my path is directed. It might not, the journey might not look the way I want it to look,
Got you.
but I know that where I'm going is where I need to be going.
Got you.
So yeah,
Got you.
that's one of the places.
So what I wanted to ask you, with your big line of your father being a pastor and ministers and all the rest of it, is that something that could happen in your life? Interesting question, I know.
Anything's possible. Is it something that could happen? Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see it as being like, oh my gosh,
I got you.
this came out of nowhere.
I
It's
got
like,
you.
no.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, is that something that you
makes sense.
would that make that you've answered it? You've answered it. 100%.
It would make sense. It would make sense. It wouldn't be like a total shock. Is it something that I'm working towards? Maybe is a different question.
I often tell my daughter sometimes, babe, it's sometimes just leadership is thrust upon us. Sometimes things are thrust upon us, and sometimes we don't choose it, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's thrust upon us, and God calls, and we choose to answer, right? We choose to answer. So I'll be thinking about you with that.
Add it to the prayer list.
You know, add it to the prayer list, bro. Add it to the prayer list.
Yeah.
When we last spoke, you mentioned how perceptions and expectations can sometimes be fake and unrealistic.
Sure.
How do you navigate and rise above that in your industry?
I think for me, it's the amount of weight that I give access to people, in the sense that you may have an opinion about what I should or shouldn't do. The amount of weight I give you will influence how I feel about your opinion.
100%.
And people are very opinionated.
Okay.
And people have their own expectations based on who and what they think you are versus who and what you actually are.
Wow, bro.
And
Wow.
because there's the absolute truth, and then there's the truth that you believe, and
Yes.
then there's the truth that I believe.
Yes.
But there's then the actual truth of the matter.
Yes, sir.
I genuinely couldn't care less
Okay.
what your expectations are, your opinion is,
Okay.
any of that, unless you are my mother,
Okay.
you are my father,
Okay.
or you're my sister.
Okay.
Because it makes no sense to care that much if I don't even know your last name,
I got you, man.
or I don't know what you had for breakfast today.
I got you.
I don't know where you lay your head when you go to bed.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you have a roof over your head.
So you don't respond to social media stuff. You don't give it to I'm older than you, and I struggle with that sometimes. I'm like,
why?
I think I've come through a journey of stepping away from, as you know, full-time ministry and stepping away. I've been a people's pleaser,
Okay.
if I was honest with you. And so I've had to break away from that because I've had to often ask myself, what is the motive for doing this?
Yeah.
Even if it's a post or whatever, what is the motive? What's the real motive? And there's times I've actually gone, I'm not posting this because I know intuitively what the real motive is. But because we lack self-conviction or internal dialogue with ourselves, and I think that's where I think it can be very dangerous. We seek the approval of others. So I've been there in my life, and I've continually got to look at that and go, okay, what's the reason for this, right? But I think that you are able to see that at your age, I think is fantastic. I should actually not be on social media, but I think that's to see that, and I think that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
I think it's also like, I come from being bullied severely because I was this very quiet, small boy.
It's incredible,
so
man.
Seeing how I haven't done anything to you, but because in your mind, I'm smaller than you, I don't speak much, so I'm probably not going to tell on you. You've now created a whole perception and an understanding of me, which then, according to you, I'm inferior to you, hence X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, ABC.
Got you.
So going through and dealing with all of that kind of stuff, you get to a point where you're like, yeah, nah, this is all your baggage. It has actually nothing to do with me. The day you comment on
that's beautiful,
a post that I've put out for whatever reason, and in fact, let me give you this example.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine put out a post which was hilarious. When you're driving down to Mpumalanga, there's some roads where there's a lot of trucks, and you'll overtake all of these trucks, and then your significant other will be like, hey, can we stop? I just need the restroom. Now you stop at the garage, restroom, and then all the trucks you passed are now passing the garage.
Yeah.
So he's standing there watching all these trucks just go past, and the caption is explaining how his wife needed the restroom. So I commented and I laughed because I know exactly what that is. And then someone commented below my comment and said, why are you laughing?
Oh, wow, okay.
Contextually, we all know what that means. And I now have a choice.
Yeah.
Is it going to penetrate? Am I going to sit with this? Am I going to respond back? I have freedom to respond. Do you get me?
That's very mature, man. Yeah,
they are the ones who are dealing with something.
Sure.
All that this is an attempt at making someone else feel what it is that they are feeling. Hurt people.
I got you, man.
And
got
so,
you.
Because I've been working within the industry for over what?
Over a decade, right?
Yeah, almost 15 years now.
Yeah.
Being in social media for over a decade, I work on social media. Like,
you know what it's about.
Work.
Yeah. You know what it's about.
I spend a minimum of 4 hours a day on social media, whether it's me doing research, whether it's me engaging with other people who are part of my online community. I'm working. Yes, here and there you'll end up endlessly scrolling, but majority of my time is actually work, and there's things that need to be ticked. So if I've done this, which is my work, and you feel some type of way about it, I'm happy you've commented because that's engagement for me. So it's a plus. Whether I entertain that then becomes the question.
It's so interesting.
Because me entertaining it then means I'm now opening up the door that you want me to open.
Got you, mate.
Or I could just comment back and say, hey man, I'm praying for you.
Yeah.
Because I know what it is that I'm doing. So I think people get lost in seeing people like me who work on these platforms. They're not working on these platforms and they just expressing themselves, which is totally fine, but not being able to see where the boundary lines are.
Yeah.
So I think I spend too much time doing work on myself as well as trying to understand how other people think.
Got you. That's incredible.
To let such things affect me.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
We're also dealing in a culture and in a society that has lacked role models, father figures, And so that's the go-to, right? That's the go-to. It's, oh, somebody liked my post, and it becomes a drug, really.
Yeah.
Becomes a drug, really, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a real drug.
Absolutely crazy.
Many people struggle with this.
Wow.
Because I post now, and if I can get at least 50 likes in the first 30 minutes,
Yeah.
well, based on how many followers you have,
I got you.
Then it's like, people delete posts because in an hour it didn't get to 100 likes, so that means it's not good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
I mean, Instagram has a thing called trial reels.
Okay.
Yes, I understand, like, the platform is doing it for a different purpose because they've got competition with other platforms and stuff. But the mere fact that I can put out a reel and have it trial, which means it doesn't show up on my page, but it's out there in the cosmos. If it performs well, then I can click accept, and then it goes on my page. That furthers this addiction, because now it's like I can put it out to trial.
Yep.
Now it's not performing well.
Yeah.
So let's cancel that one.
Yeah.
Let's try a different one.
My.
Put to trial. Still not working. Cancel that one. All that is.
It's crazy, man.
Is constant seeking of validation.
So how do we deal with that in our society? In your mind, you're a young, in many ways, an influencer. You have a head on your shoulders.
I think we need to draw back and like really try and understand, what are we doing? On social media, I'm providing for my family. That's what I'm doing. So,
wow, bro.
What is the next person doing? Are you wanting to get to a point where it can be provision for your life, for those in your family, or whatever the case is? Or is it an outlet? And if it's an outlet, what kind of outlet is it? I think, and I think that's maybe why so many people are constantly seeking this purpose, meaning. What are you doing, and what are you doing it for?
Absolutely.
Because you can be. I went into a smoke shop the other day, and I asked the owner. It's an old white lady. She's got a hunchback, and she walks very slowly. She looks you dead in the eye when she talks to you, and I'm like, ma'am, you've been in this store for so many years. Like, I've come in and out of Rosebank, and this store has been here. She's like, yeah, it's my pride and joy. It's like, so do you consume any of the stuff that's in the store? She's like, I've never smoked a day in my life. Going back to, what do you do this for? She got into a business where she saw, oh, there's a market for this.
Wow.
People smoke.
Yep.
And they need ashtrays, they need things to clean, they need whatever, cigarettes, whatever. So, let me make a store. But she doesn't condone any of it. So then, what does that mean? She's found a way to make revenue, to support herself, and to support her family.
Wow.
Someone else will be like, oh, I can't believe you. It's the very same way we could say that TV is terrible.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
It's the very same way we can say alcohol is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's the very same way we can say going to a stadium and watching football is terrible. Like, everything has its thing.
Yeah.
But when you know why you're doing it,
it
completely changes.
Yeah.
So when you send that comment and you say, @Lynn, I'm watching your podcast. I don't like the guest you had today. What value is that?
Yeah.
It's different if you say, yeah, I'm not too sure about the guest you had today. Maybe you should consider 1, 2, 1, 2. And it's actually valuable criticism that you can take, look at, and be like, okay, I kind of see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
But if you're just jabbing people...
I got you. It's crazy, right?
What's the purpose there?
Absolutely.
The purpose is to hurt.
Absolutely.
The purpose is to whatever that is.
And surely there's more we can do with our time, right?
They should be. They should be. They really should be.
Oh,
but
man.
People wake up and that's what they want to do. And the crazy part is, you bump into that person in real life and they won't utter a single word that they typed.
It's crazy, right? So it's
Yeah.
like you have the guts on the phone or
Yeah.
on your fingers, but you can't. I mean, that in itself is just tells you where our society is at,
Yeah.
right? And you've experienced
Oh,
that in many, many ways, right?
in many ways. Many.
I take my hat off to you. I think it's incredible. I think it's absolutely incredible. You've spoken openly about therapy and the importance of having tools to navigate life. Unpack that for us. What led to therapy? I've been to therapy during this, specifically over this time of stepping back from full-time ministry. I've been to therapy and it's been very helpful. I think we just need inside ears just to listen, to talk, to express ourselves. So how's it helped you and shaped your mindset and this thinking about men and therapy? I think in the African culture, it's quite a taboo. I stand to be corrected. It's quite a taboo. It's like therapy. My dad's generation, what do you mean therapy?
Yeah.
Like, you just get on with it, right? The boomer generation, get on with it. What do you mean therapy? Just, what do you mean, you know? But there were some things that they could have assisted them, right? Yeah, could have assisted them, right? And I think it's got this notion that it creates for softer men or whatever. What are your views on it? And tell us a bit about your journey, if you don't mind. And
I think for me, therapy is like, it's like the coach of a soccer team.
Okay.
You've got the players,
Yep. It's good,
including
man.
the subs,
It's good.
who all know how to play soccer.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, if we're being honest, we don't need the coach. The guys know how to play soccer. So let's just put them on the field
That's so good. Man.
and give them a ball and
That's
they'll
so
play.
good. That's so
They're
good.
wearing the same kit, so they know who to pass the ball to. But then you bring a coach in, and now we start talking strategy. We start talking tactics.
Good,
we
man.
start talking training regimens. We start talking things that help you, the player who already knows the game, how to become better at it, how to elevate, how to better see opportunity where
Got
you
you.
maybe didn't, etc., etc.
Got
So
you.
that for me is then therapy.
Got you. It's so good.
We feel stuff. We think we process stuff. We bottle stuff. We vent. Some people take it out on substances. Some people take it out on gym. There's a whole bunch of different stuff.
Got you.
So for me, therapy becomes the tool to equip me on my day-to-day walk.
Got you.
Because instead of being just out and about and not knowing how to regulate myself through breath, for example, or through a series of 3 questions that can lead me to a point where it's like, okay, I'm actually not being attacked, so I can calm down.
Got you.
That's where therapy comes in, because this person has gone and studied psychology and how the brain works and all of these different things. And case studies and patterns and all of these different things.
Got you.
Which just help me better
so good.
know how to navigate my life and the different situations I find myself in.
So good. So good.
I don't really understand why it feels like it's such a, I must pay to have someone listen to me. It's like, you're not paying to have someone listen to you. You're paying to have someone equip you with tools you don't have.
So good, bro.
Because you think you have them. But again, the fruits on the branch are saying something else.
So good, bro.
So
good.
That's
good.
what it is for me.
Okay.
Because we all go through different stuff. Just even the pressure of maybe you identify with, if I'm a man, I need to provide. Maybe that's how you identify, for example.
Got you.
That comes with a certain level of pressure.
Sure.
Through therapy,
Sure.
you're able to help navigate that pressure.
Sure.
So that it doesn't feel so heavy. Because now you come back home, 7 p.m., you can't even relax because you're thinking they still haven't paid that invoice. And I know that tomorrow she needs that extra 500 rand to go and do that thing. I don't know how to bring up the conversation because then she's going to be disappointed. You're now overthinking. You're now doing this. You're now doing that. Therapy
So good.
helps you break that down.
So good.
And now you're actually able to open
So
up
good.
and have an honest conversation with your person and say, hey, I know you got that thing tomorrow and I know you need the cash. I'm just waiting for a payout. I didn't bring it up sooner because I thought they would have paid. And it doesn't then become a thing because
So good,
we
bro.
actually have
So
a way
good.
to communicate.
So good. So
So
good.
yeah, I think therapy is very key because
Okay.
it's more for me about the tools that it gives you than
So
it
good.
is about, oh, I don't need to talk to someone. Well, yeah, wait until we ask you if you know the difference between transparency and vulnerability.
Wow, bro. I love that, man. And this is
Yeah.
why I was saying that you know, when chatting to you guys, I just felt these are guys who are doing the work, man. That are
And it's hard to do the work.
putting in the work. You know, I have met and you know, we're in and this podcast in fact is very interesting for me because we're in different worlds.
Yeah.
But in many ways, and so to engage it's very interesting for me. So thanks once again for coming on the pod. But I'm convinced that I have friends in the industry, musicians who are just artists and people and even worship leaders and people who are just not putting in the work. I'm nowhere perfect, and none of us are, and that's why we need Jesus to help us at the end of the day. But I see men who are just not willing to put in the graft, and I'm just like, well, it's going to come up. It's going to come up somewhere.
And it's going to come up in a way that you least expect.
Absolutely, absolutely, and it's giving you the tools, right? I've been, and it's just like I had perceptions, but I realized I need this, and if I'm to go the distance in my marriage, my kids, myself, with my calling, my career, I'm just going to need to talk to someone, and that's okay, and that's okay. That's
And
okay.
I think it's not a only men issue, because doing the work is challenging. Doing the work is not easy, and it comes with a host of different things that you think you're prepared for, or things that you think might happen, and things that you're not even aware are going to happen.
Okay.
And I say this because I've been through it multiple times, in
Okay.
the sense that the first therapist you go to might not be a good fit.
Okay.
So you might need to shop around until you find someone who you're like, here I find comfort,
Look at
here
that,
I
eh?
feel safe,
Look at that.
and I can express myself
Look at that.
honestly.
Look at that.
Because just because there's a therapist down the road,
Doesn't mean
and
it's not,
he
it's
or
not about
she-
convenience.
Yeah,
right?
it's not about convenience. He or she may be reasonable, price-wise, da-da-da.
Got you.
But it just might not be a good fit
Got you.
because they're Muslim and you're Christian, and already when you guys talk, you're talking from not necessarily the same point of view, for example. Or you're Christian and they are worldly and they don't believe in much, or whatever the case might be.
I got you, man.
So all of these things you have
Yeah.
to ride it out until you get to a point where it's like, yo, I met this therapist, his name is Lyndon, and man, first session we clicked. So I'm gonna give him 3 sessions and then we'll see how
Check
it goes.
it out, Joe. Check it out,
You know,
Joe.
I'm
Yeah.
with a therapist now who I've been with for just over a year.
Oh, wow.
My first session, I was like, yeah, I'm not too sure, man. And then at the end of the session, something happened, and I was like, oh, maybe I judged too soon. Maybe I came here with my wall up. Okay, let me do one more session. Came back for the next session, I was like, yeah.
Okay.
It's how I walked into the room that affected how I received this person. Since then, it's just been things that I forgot or things that my brain protected me from have come up.
Look at that, eh?
Things that happened when I was in high school,
Wow.
I'm forgiving now.
Oh, you for real right now,
For real.
bro?
And it's things that I had no
My goodness.
idea were weighing so much on me.
My goodness, bro.
And again,
That's incredible.
without therapy, that wouldn't have happened, because which one of my homeboys is gonna help me have a conversation
No, I got you,
about
bro.
something that I'm not
I
aware
got you.
of?
I got you. I got you.
So yeah, I
I
think
got you.
it's.
Did you decide by yourself that you wanted to
Oh,
do
yeah.
therapy? You decided?
Yeah,
Wow.
I've been doing it for a while. I started therapy in
Okay.
My first therapy session was actually in 2008.
Okay, look at you.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, huh?
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
So yeah, I genuinely am not opposed
Look at that,
to it.
eh?
I think
Look at that.
it's the same way we go to a doctor for medication.
Yeah, bro. Look at you, man. So cool.
Like,
so interesting.
I find it so challenging. Like if a therapist is so bad, in inverted commas, why do you go to the doctor?
Okay.
Surely you know you've got a runny nose.
Yeah. I got you.
Figure it out, man.
I got you.
But no, you're gonna go there.
I got you.
They're gonna stick whatever up your nose, your ears, your eyes.
Got you, bro.
They give you a prescription. You don't question anything. You go and you buy what they told you to buy. You drink it. You don't get better. You go back. You say, hey, you told me to take this. I'm not better.
So good, bro. It's so good. So good. So it's really something we should normalize.
Yeah. 100%.
It's something we should normalize. And I stand to be corrected, but I found specifically in the industry, with artists, I think like artists need it.
Constantly.
Need it.
Because we don't live a normal life.
Okay.
Like, think of it like this. There's someone who believed that if I can just touch Jesus' garment, I'm going to be healed. In the crowd, they found a way to get close enough to touch. There's people who, for whatever reason, believe that if they see me, their life will change. That's not normal.
No, absolutely.
There's people who, and I don't want it to like feel like, oh, I'm making it seem like something that it's not. But there's people who faint when they see certain people.
Yeah. I got you.
Because of how much they idolize them.
Sure. Wow, bro.
We might even lean a little bit and say how much they worship them.
I got you, bro. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's not normal. So if you're that person that's being idolized, that's being put on this pedestal.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
What's your mechanism? How are you navigating this? Because it's genuinely not normal.
Yeah.
Like if we can identify, or rather, if we can be honest with the fact that it's not normal to leave your home, get into a mall, and have people screaming, running towards you because you are a musician and you drop music and they love your music. If we can agree that that's not a normal life, then we then need to take a few steps back and say, cool. So when this person has this encounter with all these different people, all these different energies, all these different desires and ideologies that people have come to make about him or her, and then they get into their car, they drive home, and when they get home, the fridge is empty.
Oh.
They are struggling with debt, or a
Wow.
family member is on their deathbed. Like,
such the juxtaposition, right? It's such a...
Now, how do you navigate that as the person?
My goodness, bro.
Because to the world, you are this almost not human person having very human life experiences.
Yeah.
You are sweating nervous before you get up on stage in front of 20,000 people, yet they think you do it ever so effortlessly.
Yeah. And this is just the thing, hence beyond the stage, is because there's a real life that happens beyond the stage. Yeah. And for me, it's been very important for me when I went through bouts of depression, when I was on medication, which coincidentally, this was years ago before I even knew why do I need to take, I'm a happy guy, like going to the doctor's room and he says, no, let me do, you know how they do it, right? They do a quiz and they check you out and they go, oh no, you're actually depressed. What? I was performing in church, like what is that about? And only over the last 2 years has that stopped, and I'm very grateful for that. But I needed to make some changes in my life because even in church setting, your life is multiplied by however many more. But I could see signs of that, and something is off. Something is not right. Something is off in the thinking, in the processing. How do I navigate, put God slap bang in the middle of it? How do we navigate that? And hence why beyond the stage, is because I feel we're not having the real, honest conversations.
But it's also like, sorry to
No,
jump in,
no,
but
it's
it's
fine,
also
it's
like,
fine.
how often do people show up honestly to the place that we say is church? Because it's the premises that church comes to.
No, I got you, bro. No, I got you.
How many people show up honestly?
Sure. I got you, man. I got you.
It's Sunday morning.
I got
Hey,
you.
how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, blessed, man. Highly favored.
I got you.
You were just crying this morning because you don't know how you're going to make it back home after church.
I got you, man. I got you. It is, and this is why the holistic view of being a Christian and born again is a lot more than just accepting Jesus. There's a process, there's a discipling, there's a walk, and I think that sometimes we overlook that process. I'm working with people in a musician in the church setting right now, and I'm just realizing this is discipling. We got to talk, we got to walk, we got to step back, we got to. I have people in my life who do that with me. There's a lot of patience that goes. I'm an interesting character sometimes. A lot of patience but it's walking that out, and I think that's where we can maybe misalign it and go, okay, this is just the online stage performance. But my life is actually not well. And how long can I sustain that until something breaks?
And when you're in full-time ministry, you're showing up every day.
100%.
You are showing up every day.
100%. And I think that's why for me, conversations with younger people who are in this avenue, who are in this, doing this, is always interesting for me, because I think your views are going to help people, are going to challenge people, encourage people, men. That's something I wanted to ask you was your view of manhood. What is your view of manhood in this season within your life? What is your view on manhood, if I could ask you, if you don't mind?
I think for me, it's...
I'm jumping a little bit all over the place, but...
I love it. It's how conversations go.
Yep.
For me, it's being true.
Okay.
And by that, there is no mold of what it's supposed to look like.
Okay.
And I'm saying this in a very loose way.
Yeah.
So take it with a pinch of salt.
All good.
In the sense that, why should being a man or manhood have this is what it is?
I got you.
Because your upbringing, my upbringing,
I got you.
His upbringing, upbringing,
I got you.
Completely different.
It's contextual, right?
It's very contextual.
Contextual. Yeah.
There's cultural things that come into play.
Got you.
There's exposure.
So good.
There's a whole bunch of different things that make you determine, this is what being a man is. It's the very same way in certain cultures. If you don't go to the mountain, you're not a man.
Got you.
So then that means every Caucasian to them is not a man.
Yep. Got you, man.
But no one wants to talk about that.
Yep. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Got you.
But
got you.
The very same person will still see that Caucasian as a man, but will see a black person of a different tribe not as a man.
Wow.
So now then it becomes, so now it's a racial thing.
Yeah. So many different things. But I think when you know. When you're in your...
When you know yourself. And that's why I say...
That's so good,
being
man.
true.
That's so good.
Because if you know yourself, why would you abandon your child, for example? I'm speaking to a father, or rather a person who impregnated a woman.
You're unpacking
a child
things
is born, and you leave for whatever reason. In my understanding, I don't feel that kind of person has truly come to know self.
Wow, bro. Wow.
Because to me, if you truly know self, and you went to the extent of being blessed with a child, there would be something that is tugging at you constantly to say, you've got offspring that you're not catering to. But if you don't know yourself, there's a whole bunch of noise that happens that filters into a whole bunch of different sentences that makes no sense.
Absolutely. And I think all the more reason why, going back to our previous conversations, all the more reason why to do the work.
Yeah.
As a man, to do the work, to find out. Because there's so much information out there, right?
Yeah.
There's so many tools. I mean, if you don't have the money for therapy, there are tools. There are, and I believe God is so gracious that He places us around people. If we are sincerely desiring truth,
Sure.
He places us around the right people that can give father figures, that can give help and assist. So, in many ways, there's no excuse, right?
I don't believe there is.
Okay.
Because it doesn't need to look the same for all of us. It doesn't mean because I say, oh, therapy is the thing that helped me figure out certain tools, that you can't have an alternative.
Sure.
The question is, are you seeking these tools?
Bro.
Because...
Bro. So it's not about the money. It's not about... Okay. Oh, okay.
Are you looking to be better?
Wow.
Like, if you take stock the same way they do in a store, retail, cool.
Sure,
From last year to date, what's the percentage of your improvement? And can you identify it? Wow. Which areas have you improved? Where haven't you improved? Where have you gone back instead of forward? Take stock.
That's so good,
If you
bro.
can't take stock,
That's so good. You're just going around the mountain.
then it's just, you're in, in a simulation.
Got you, man.
Whatever comes in, you morph and shapeshift according to it, and then you continue going. Something gets taken out,
Sure.
you morph and shape. But if you are able to take stock, you're like, cool, I actually used to be short-tempered. I'm able to breathe now and leave the room and come back when I've calmed down. You've improved, you've taken stock. How did that happen? Oh, you started speaking to one of your friends about the issue that you had. Or maybe you took a month of October, because it's October, and you said, I'm not going to drink any alcohol in October, and you saw there was a change in your behavior.
So good.
But you're able to identify those things.
Sure.
So for someone who has no tools at all, or feels like they're at their wit's end, you go to therapy, because then that can help you start a process that you can do on your own later on.
So good. It's so good.
You know, because
so
it's impossible to
man.
sit here and think you've got it all figured out.
Yeah,
like,
man.
No ways.
Yeah.
My dad
Yeah,
is in the pensioners section now. And
I got you.
there was a time where I was like, I think you're going through a midlife crisis.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. And I was like, no, it's not like a bad, you're not like splurging. I'm not coming to you and saying, yo, we're in crisis. I'm just trying to figure out where some of these decisions are coming from. It's more spontaneous, it's a little more fun, it's a little more relaxed.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to navigate.
Okay.
Is this midlife crisis?
You were your dad's therapist there for a minute, right? Okay.
You know? So, and it's that. And then
Oh,
eventually it was like, oh no, I just want to enjoy my life a little more. Like, okay.
Okay.
To be at a place like that, you got to take stock.
Yeah, man.
Why do you want to enjoy your life a little more?
That's so good, man. As opposed to just wilding out, right? Or just and not knowing what's going on, right? That's so good. How would you encourage men who are listening in on this podcast right now, who are struggling, guys in your field, guys who aspire to be like you, maybe walk in your footsteps, that see you as a reference point to maybe something that they want to do, would like to do, love to do moving forward? How would you encourage them? And
I think the best thing I could possibly say, I believe, is be honest with yourself first. Because sometimes even the things that we are aspiring to do or are wanting to do are not really the things that we internally really want to do. But because we see how other people's lives look because they do those things, we now want to walk in that direction, or we want to do the same things.
so good.
So being honest with yourself leads you into a place where, cool, I really want to be an actor. I see Hungani's journey, I see Sandile Mahlangu's journey, I see Thabang's journey. and I lean more towards to Hungani's journey just based off the few things that I've gathered. Cool. But because you've been honest with yourself and you've identified what it is that you personally want, regardless of whoever's journey, now when the trials and tribulations come along this journey, you can take them head on.
Because you know why.
Because you know why.
That's so good. That's so good.
For me, it's being honest with yourself so that even when you get to a point where it's like, yeah, I think maybe this wasn't the thing, but it was worth the shot. Yeah. Here's what I learned.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you pivot.
Okay. Got you.
Tyler Perry said a thing where they asked him, how do you deal with all the losses that you've had in your career? Now you are Tyler Perry, but you obviously had a journey.
100%.
And he was like, I knew what I wanted from the beginning. And every loss was, as cliche as it is, was a lesson in the sense that I'm traveling on a road. The loss brings me to a T-junction. Mm-hmm. Because where I thought I could go straight, I can no longer. So it's either I go back where I came from.
Got you.
Or I make a left, or I make a right.
So good, man.
I assess where I'm at.
So good.
I figure out what is the best thing to do.
So good.
Cool. Let's make a left turn.
So good.
Make a left turn. We go until we get the next T-junction.
Got you, man.
And that's the journey.
Got you.
Because
got you.
My journey will never be like anybody else's journey.
Yeah. Yeah. Got you.
And some people wake up, they say, I want to be an actor, and tomorrow they're on the biggest show in the country. Boom. Some people are still trying to break into the industry, and it's 20 years.
Wow. Wow.
But they know what they want.
Sure. Sure.
They've been honest with themselves, regardless of how long it takes. This is what we're doing.
This is what we're doing. Whether
I'll survive in between.
Yeah, sure.
I'll find a way to survive. But
sure.
this is where we're going.
It's incredible.
Because if it's just airy-flairy based on what I see, based on what I claim to admire, but maybe it's actually envy, it's not going to go anywhere. So that would be my piece of advice, which is to be honest with self, because that leads you into spaces that will be necessary for you.
So good.
However that may look.
It's so good. That's so good.
However that may look. I always say, like, if God showed us the journey, the roadmap,
yes,
and we saw everywhere where there would be like a pit, all the peaks, we would still say no.
Yeah.
Even though we know what the destination is.
Yeah.
Because of what the pits would look like, because of some of the we would say no.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
wow.
Be honest with yourself and go on the journey.
So incredible. Wow. I love that. I love that. Okay. So I want to get into some other stuff. Thank you for that. That was amazing. Tell us a little bit more about the SANS Group and the Ndlovu Foundation. What inspired those initiatives? Mm-hmm. My daughter has told me a little bit about those.
Sure.
And I'd love to hear a little. She said, please ask him that question.
So SANS Group, I started in 2015 when I just gotten back from the US.
Okay.
And the purpose of SANS Group was to cultivate a desire for people to want to learn.
Okay.
Because I had just come back from LA and New York, and within the industry, whether dance, whether acting, people are hungry for information.
Yeah.
There's constantly classes available, and people are attending these classes. There's no need to like market for months on months. You say there's a class tomorrow, and the poster just came out an hour ago. In 2 hours, it's sold out.
Wow.
And it's not like a famous teacher or it's just
people
want to know how to do scene study.
Okay.
People want to know what breath work is. People want to know how to do method or whatever it is.
I got you.
So
I got you.
Sans Group started because I felt like we don't have that here.
Okay. That's
Like-
an acronym. That's an acronym. What is
Yes.
SANS?
So stands it stands for Strong Attitudes Nurture Success.
Love it. Love it.
And we were running. It was amazing. Started off very, very small.
Okay.
In 2015, the biggest class I had was 9 students, and I was so happy. And
Love it.
I was still struggling and fighting with the idea of what's stopping people from coming to learn.
Okay.
And then a friend of mine said, it's because you're not on TV.
Oh,
I
wow.
was like, really?
Oh, wow.
Like, nah, it can't be, man. Like,
Oh, wow.
and he's like, trust me, the day you break through and you like mainstream TV,
Oh, wow.
all of it's gonna change.
Oh, wow.
Fast forward a couple months down the line, not even 6 months down the line, I'm now on mainstream TV
Wow, bro.
every single day at 7:30. I had a waiting list of students.
Wow.
My classes were always sold out. And then,
Wow. Because
now-
you're on TV, people
because
place
now I'm
value
on
on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now I'm struggling with, okay, but are you here because you want to learn, or are you here because I'm on TV? Because like,
bro.
I want you to be here because you want to learn,
Look
not
at that.
because you
Sure.
saw me on TV and you want to be breathing the same air as me.
Sure.
Because that gives you no value.
Wow, bro.
So then that became the challenge. Long story short, started to really grow and eventually had a studio in Parkhurst, and
Okay.
things were booming and it was amazing. And then COVID happened and
Okay.
we closed our doors.
Got
so Sans Group has now been reimagined.
Okay.
It's now called the Actors Playground.
Okay.
And we're looking into next year going back into having our own space and all of that kind of stuff, and revisiting the ideology and the mission and the vision of Sans Group through the Actors Playground.
Got you. Wow.
The Ndlovu Foundation is now the Hungani Ndlovu Foundation.
Got you. Okay.
And the purpose of the foundation is, again, youth development,
Okay.
but also prioritizing men's wellness.
Look at you.
Because
Look at you.
for me, prioritizing men and the boy child is very important.
Okay.
And here's why. I completely am sold, and I don't think there's been enough case studies or enough research that's been done on this. And I'm hoping that if you're watching and you're someone who has the capabilities, we can explore this together. So the boy child experiences some form of hurt, some sort of pain, some sort of discomfort, some sort of something. Let's call it trauma.
It's a good word.
The
to call
boy
it.
child grows up to then be a man in our society.
Can I interrupt you?
Yeah.
I was actually going to say there's a lot of men-boy childs out there.
Yeah.
And that you know, Hungani, I believe it's crippling. I believe it's crippling our culture. I
course.
believe it's crippling, and hence I'm asking you. I've been trying to be quite purposeful with these questions. All my guests, I try to be purposeful to try to get out what I believe the show needs and what I believe people need.
Yeah.
But I believe there's men out there that are just that just need to put in the work, need to put in, and they need help. They don't have the tools. They don't have the
And that's
the
the
way,
thing.
and you know,
Because if
boy childs.
if you've grown up seeing that that's not a requirement, you're not going to identify with I need to do that, because you were hurt
Yeah,
and you went to,
so good, bro.
let's say, a rape crisis center. You walked into that center and all you saw was pictures of little girls and women. So then you walked out. You went to the police station because you wanted to tell them that your girlfriend's beating you up. You started to utter a few words, and then they started laughing at you and asking you questions like, oh, what did you do to make her hit you? Come on, really? She hit you? So you walk out and you don't open up the case. All of that
So multi-layered.
is so multi-layered. Even if we just make it a simple, which is still so severe, idea, you're bullied at a traditional boys' school. How do you deal and navigate with that? So that when you're now in corporate,
Wow, bro.
you're not still carrying
Sure. That's so good.
those wounds as if it was yesterday, because then you're carrying it into your household, because now when you have children, and then you have a son, and then
Wow.
how do you even teach your son to regulate if you've... So for me, it's a priority.
Wow. Look at you.
Because
You feel like that's a calling right now at the moment? Like that's I stand to be corrected, but that seems like it's weighing quite heavy on you.
it weighs heavy on me because I was in a domestic violence relationship. And I was... there was an incident once where she was hitting me in public in the street, and people were just walking past. This was when I was still in the US.
Okay.
And at the time, there was a social media experiment that was going around on social media, primarily Facebook, where this couple, there was two actors, they would have a scene where the guy is shouting at this girl and busy shoving her around, and people would immediately come and push him away and, yeah, you don't do that, man, and it became a thing. But when she would be the one doing that, people would be laughing, people would be pointing fingers, and then eventually, when it happened to me, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a social media experiment. Like, it's real.
Wow.
The perception that we have is so skewed.
Wow.
So if it is this real, how do I then seek help?
Wow, bro.
Because the lens is not the same when it's a man and when it's a woman. So how do I seek help?
Look at that.
So I think for me, that's where the passion and the desire and the want for this work comes from, because I've lived it.
Wow.
It's whether it's the bullying, whether it's the domestic violence, I've lived it. It's not a thing that that's why I say I don't think that there's enough research and stats on it.
I love it, bro.
Because we know that stats say that more men take their lives than women. So then let's maybe do some work to try and figure out why that's the case. Because the man was not a man at some point. He was a young adult. He was a young boy. You know, there's things like the ACE test, adult childhood something. And that test is a series of questions which helps you identify that someone is more inclined to having a heart attack or having a stroke based on life experience from when they were a child.
Wow.
When men do this test, so I'm also part of an organization called Matrix Men. Okay. And Matrix Men was founded by a great man called Martin Palders. And when I joined the organization, the main focus was men who have been sexually abused, helping support them. Having conversations with Martin led me to more information and more learnings that I wasn't privy to.
Wow.
And it was just so insane to think that there are 4 out of 10 men in a room have been sexually abused. So if we look at a soccer stadium, sold out.
My goodness.
Thousands.
My goodness.
Every 4 in 10, according to stats, says that this person has been sexually abused. Now, of that 4, how many have dealt with the hurts, with the trauma? We don't know. And then we see things like boyfriends killing girlfriends.
Wow.
We see rape culture. We see, and it's like, there's stats that show that men say that they are more likely to perpetrate a rape because it happened to them. So why aren't we dealing with that?
So multi-layered.
And then we
so
still have
multi-layered.
going to therapy as taboo. Like, what are we trying to do here?
Wow.
What game are we playing?
Wow, bro.
You know, so I have a daughter.
Yep. Yep.
At some point, she's gonna meet a boy.
Yep. I got you, man.
So
Got you.
it's important for me to do the work for the boy child because
bro.
I don't want my daughter to be a statistic.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah, I might not help every single boy out there,
Yeah,
but
man.
the point
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
work needs to be done. And unfortunately, if we're all going to sit and say, oh, why me? Why did this happen to me?
Yeah.
We'll never get to the other side. So
Got
for
you.
me, with the
you.
different challenges and things that I've faced in my life, I've come to the point where I ask, why not me? If not me, then who? Because I'm in a
Come on,
position now where, because I'm on TV, I have a level of presence that people can sit down and listen to me.
So good, bro.
Whether I have
So
value
good.
or not then becomes the question. But because
So
I
good,
do a
bro.
certain job,
So good.
people will give me attention.
Yep. Yep.
So what am I doing with that?
So good. The platform.
Exactly.
The platform. Yeah.
So what am I doing
Yeah.
with that?
Yeah,
And that's why it's important for me. So
Yeah.
the Actors Playground, the Hungani Ndlovu Foundation,
Beautiful.
this is
Beautiful.
the work.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, my thoughts and my prayers are with you with that because I think
Thank
it's
you.
needed. I think that you're in the right space to be doing that. You're in the right headspace, and that you're doing the work is really admirable and really profound. So well done and good on you with that. Yeah, yeah. Good on you. Strength to you with that. Musical chairs, right?
Yeah.
So I came to see the show in the beginning of the year, and it's the second run right now.
Yeah.
And so looking forward to it's happening from next week.
Yeah.
Give us some info on it. Let's get people in seats. Let's people. If you haven't watched the show, you need to watch the show. You need to go take a night out with your talented family members or your wife or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, and go out. It's man, you guys are doing something there, man. You're not only doing a good show, but my daughter's in it. But you're bringing a generation of young, talented people with you, inspiring, motivating them to see further. This has also got the potential to go to different provinces and abroad. And I think you guys have got this. I was like, this is cool. This is really cool. This is really, really cool. I love the energy. I love the music. I love the concept of it. So tell us a little bit more about musical chairs and
Yeah, I think the brainchild of musical chairs, honestly, credit is given where it's due, and it's Genesis.
Yeah.
It's all him.
Good man. Good
what
man. Good man. What a
he's a
talent.
thinker, man.
What a
And,
talent,
like, I love
What a
having
talent.
conversations with him.
He's deep,
It's,
man.
yeah,
He's deep.
and
Yeah.
it's just so
He's deep, man.
thought-provoking. So the idea behind musical chairs is the game that we've all played at some point when we were younger, which is musical chairs. There's a couple of chairs less than the people who are playing the game, and when the music stops, you find a seat. If you don't sit down, you lose, and you go out. We remove one chair, and we do it again until we have a winner.
Yeah.
In our society today, that plays into, do I fit in? Do I not? Do I have connection? Do I not have connection? Do I get accepted? Do I get rejected? And it then also then ties in with what we spoke about earlier on, which is social media. So when we look at how we engage with social media, it goes straight back into the metaphor of the game, which is, do I fit in? Do I not? Do I have power here or do I not? Do I have connection, real connection, or do I not? And the way that the message is conveyed is through dance. And dance is a universal language.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Which then means, as an audience member, you get to not only use your imagination, but you also get to spark conversation, because whatever narrative you may come with from your understanding, even your significant other may
Yeah.
have seen and understood a completely different show.
Yeah, and the conversations can happen beyond
Exactly.
beyond the show.
And that's
Yeah.
the thing
Love
about
it.
musical chairs. It's
Love
a
it.
conversation starter.
Yeah, I love it.
So
Love it.
it's a beautiful show. We're up from
Love
the
it.
22nd of October until
Yes,
the
sir.
8th of November.
Yes, sir.
Tickets are at web tickets,
Yep.
and people can also get tickets when they get to the theater.
Oh,
But
lovely.
it's probably better to get our web tickets just in case we're sold out.
Got
know.
you. That makes sense.
We've
Makes sense,
got
yeah.
one show from Wednesday to Saturday, which is a 7:30 show during the week and a 7 p.m. show on
Got
the
it.
weekend. And yeah,
Lovely.
I think for us, self-producing this, self-funding this, it's honestly been
Brilliant.
a crazy journey. Lots of learning, hiring and firing.
I
And
got
it's,
you.
It's
Yeah.
been a
Yeah.
phenomenal journey.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the pride and joy of it is seeing how it pours into, like you're saying,
Yep.
our cast and
Yep.
our team.
Beautiful, bro.
Because
Beautiful.
you have
Beautiful.
young performers who are in their prime, they are gigging, they are this.
Yeah, bro.
And
Yeah.
they are now in a space where they are part of the show that is altering the possibility when it comes to dance and theater. Because dance is usually an add-on in theater.
Yeah.
It's a piece that you
Yeah.
may see a couple
Yeah.
dance, but they still dialogue, verbal dialogue.
Yeah.
They still a whole bunch of different. The dialogue is the dance.
Wow. I love it.
So
I love it. I love
yeah,
it. I love
it's
it.
honestly been a great journey. We look forward
I love
to
it.
touring and
Yes.
everything that comes with
Yes.
it,
Yes.
locally,
Yes.
nationally, and globally.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
And we'll have to have another meeting when we start looking at going abroad. Like, hey, so I know CJ is doing her 3rd year now, but
Oh my. Oh my. We'll cross that bridge. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
For
And
sure.
but I love the show. I love what you guys are doing.
Thank
I
you.
love how professional you are about it. I love that you're putting your best foot forward with it, that you're approaching it as you're very serious about it. It comes through in what you do. I love it. I think it's absolutely amazing. So people should definitely go out and support it. The thing is, when I'm sitting in there, like I think I can do those moves.
Sure.
Like I can picture myself doing it. Like my
Sure.
mind tells me I can, but my body is just like, like it's a bit weird.
So your mind's there, but your body needs to catch up.
Yeah, like
I see.
but we'll have to see how that goes. I want to thank you so much for your time, for
Thank
coming
you.
through. I'm believing the best for you in this journey
Thank
to come. When I was praying for just over the show today, an old song came to mind, and it's from "It Is Well With My Soul."
Oh,
It is well with my soul, and we know his journey. I don't know if you know his journey. The guy
Yeah.
who penned that song down.
no, I don't know his journey. No.
You don't know his journey? Well, unfortunately, he was a very popular businessman, and one of his kids died, and then 4 of his kids died on a boat trip. And as he was traveling back to go visit his wife, over the same place where his kids died, the captain said, "This is the place." He actually penned down the lyrics of the song,
Wow.
and I printed it out
Sure.
as an encouragement to you and to our listeners today. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, no matter my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul.
Yeah.
So may it be well with you, my friend. Thank you for all you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for going the journey, digging in deep, wanting to find solutions to some of the things that we're dealing with in life. Thank you for just being a cool person and for sitting down with me on Beyond the Stage.
Thank you. This was
Appreciate
lovely.
it. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Folks, if you enjoyed the show, hit me up. Let me know what you thought about the show today. Support Hungani on, first of all, on musical chairs. Hit him up. If you're interested about the issues that we were talking about, manhood, the foundation, all the notes will be in the show notes. Check him out. Hey, there's no excuse, right? We can better ourselves. God's with us. God's with you. There's no excuse. Come on, let's dig deep. Let's go a little bit further than just being surface level and live a good life beyond the stage. Not perfect. None of us are. But let's go the extra mile. Dig our roots in deep and let's go for it. We love you. God bless.